Hi everyone, this is my flipped classroom lesson for my EdTech 552 summer course. So for this lesson, you'll need a notebook or a piece of paper and a pencil. Today we will be focusing on figurative language. What is figurative language? Figurative language is a word or phrase that does not have its normal everyday meaning but is used for the sake of comparing or adding a dramatic effect. There are so many different types of figurative language out there, but today we will be focusing on just 4 of them. The first one is similes. So, what is a simile? A simile is when you are comparing two unlike things using the words like or as. The comparisons tend to add deeper understanding for the reader, and they shouldn't be taken literal. So let's go ahead and look at an example. The student is like a camel at the water fountain after PE class. Well, what does it mean? What is being compared in this sentence? I would say that the camel and the student are being compared, but it still doesn't help me figure out what it means. Let's dig a little further. So, does it really mean that the student looks like a 4-legged desert animal with a hump? No, probably not. But what else does a camel do that it might be compared to the student? Well, since camels live in the desert, they need to drink a lot of water to stay hydrated. So maybe that's what's being compared in this sentence. So, I think the sentence means the student is drinking a lot of water. Now, you give it a try. At the end of the lesson, I will give out the answers. For each example that I give, you will pause the video and write down in your notebook or piece of paper what is being compared and what it means. So, here's the first one. This dress is perfect because it fits like a glove. Go ahead and pause it, and once you have written down your response, resume the video. Here's the next one. My throat is as dry as a bone. Go ahead and pause it, and once you have finished writing down your response, resume the video. Awesome work. Now, next up is metaphors. What are metaphors? Well, metaphors are used to compare two things that are not alike but have something in common. The comparisons tend to help the writers make a point in a more interesting way. So, unlike a simile, a metaphor is an indirect comparison where they are not using the words like or as. It can be very expressive and not meant to be taken literal. So, let's look at an example. Her tears were a river flowing down her cheeks. Let's tackle this the same way we tackled the last example. What is being compared in this sentence? I would say her tears and a river. So, what is a river? It's a body of water found in nature. How can we connect the river and the tears? Well, since tears and a river are both a type of water that flows, we can probably connect that it has to do something with a lot of water. So I would say that the sentence means that she's crying a lot. Let's move on. Here we go again. It's your turn to try it. So, same thing as last time. For each example, pause the video and write down on your notebook or a piece of paper what is being compared and what it means. Here's the first one. Her long hair was a flowing golden river. Pause it, and once you're done, resume the video. The classroom was a zoo. Pause the video and resume once you're finished. Awesome work, guys. So, next up is hyperboles. What is a hyperbole? Well, it is used to exaggerate what you mean or to emphasize a point. It is often used to make something sound much more dramatic than it actually is. And just like metaphors and similes, we don't take these phrases literal. Let's look at an example. There's enough food in the cupboard to feed an entire army. Do we really think that there's enough food to feed an entire army in the cupboard? Probably not. So let's keep thinking of what it means. What is being exaggerated in this sentence? I would say that the food is being exaggerated. How could we say that it is being exaggerated? Well, if it's able to feed an entire army, that must mean that there is a lot of food. So, there has to be a lot of food in the cupboard. Alright, it's your guys' turn again. This time, you will write down in your notebook or on your piece of paper what is being exaggerated and what it means. Alright, here we go. It's impossible to complete this puzzle. Go ahead and pause the video. Once you have finished, resume the video. Here's the next one. My hand hurts so much it's going to fall off. Pause and resume when you're done. Great job! Alright, this is the last one. The last one is personification. What is personification? Well, it is used to give an animal or object qualities or abilities that only people can have. It gives emotions to the objects or animals, and writers use this to bring non-human things to life, so it can better help with understanding the writer's message. Exactly like the other three, personification is not supposed to be taken literal. Let's look at this example. Reader heard the last piece of pie calling her name. Does this seem like something that could actually happen? I don't think so. So, what is being given human traits? I would say that the last piece of pie is being given the human traits. But is the pie really calling her name? Or do you think it means something else? Well, maybe Rita is hungry or really wants the pie for some reason. So I would conclude that the sentence means the last piece of pie looks really good. Hence why the last piece of pie is calling Rita's name. Let's give it one more time. This time you will write on your notebook what is being personified and what it means. Here we go. The wind howled in the night. Pause and resume when you're done. The fire swallowed the entire forest. Pause and resume when you're done. Okay, you guys finished. Here are the answers. They don't have to be word for word on how I have them written here, but if you understand and get the gist of what the sentences could mean, then you got it right. Hopefully you were able to get all the answers correct. You can go ahead and pause the video and check your answers at your own pace. So hopefully you were able to get all the answers correct, and that's the end of the flipped classroom presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or visit my Education website. Thank you.